Hello everyone, Logansryche here. How's everybody doing? Welcome on back to another episode of the Second Life vlog. Or at least so I think I named it. I don't know. Yes. Okay. I don't make enough of these to keep track of them. For those of you that follow my other content, you'll have noticed that I've kind of taken a step back. I'm kind of in a rut at the moment when it comes to streaming, and the only thing that's really giving me happiness at the moment is doing stuff inside of Second Life, which is probably weird in itself. But anyways. First things first, welcome to Logan 2.0. This is the very new, hottest thing on the SL market right now. This is a bento avatar. This one is a fox made by a company called Jomo, Jomo, I believe. Yes. And as you can tell, I have been gifted steampunk clothing to because I'm a huge steampunk nut. I've been told with this setup in particular, with the vest, the pants, the shoes, and the cap, that I look like the elusive Mr. Fox, and that I look like the dog version of Sherlock Holmes from Saturday morning cartoons. I forget the exact name of the show. But anyways, point of today's video is find a new place to explore, and it's specific to the furry culture in Japan. But before we get started with that, not much has really changed with the stuff that I do inside of SL. I have changed my kombini around a little bit, so it actually looks more traditional. And I'm happy with how that looks. The company that I partner with, they're called Purple Panda Bakery, and they make stuff for the Life 2 HUD. Finally, got around to getting me some product. So now when you come over here, you can get a can of Coke, some Monster Hydro, root beer, Mountain Dew, and these are all things you can get in Japan normally. And a friend of mine said that they're going to get me 3D scans of some other stuff, so hopefully you can have some other drinks in here, like Boss Coffee, that I've been dying to try, because Tommy Lee Jones is the man. Even though in Japan he's an alien in disguise, which plays into Men in Black, which I think is what they were going for. Excuse me a minute. Okay. Because I personally don't have any single tooth in my mouth. I've had them all removed because the sugar and caffeine in soda has rotted them away, along with high amounts of fluoride. I grew up in Southern California, and the town water supply out in that particular part of California is controlled by the Marine Corps base, and they and their answer to to killing any bacteria in the water without without killing nutrients or or people was high doses of fluoride, and to the best of my knowledge, it's still like this. But yeah, pretty soon I will have some replacement bento boxes in here. I was shown some product images that they're working on. I also came up with these Panda cups that they're not scripted yet, but when you click on them, they'll give you a fruit parfait cup, which was an existing product that they already had. This was a new product. I don't know if I covered it in one of my other videos. Probably not. But it's Panda paper. I know that's not the direct translation. I forget the exact translation for it. But when you click on it, it gives you toilet paper. Again, all stuff for the Life 2 HUD. The soup does not do anything. Neither does the toothpaste, or the chips, or the soup down here. However, when you click on the tea, because we have jasmine, vanilla, nai, chamomile, green, and apple and rose chips. When you click on those, those will actually give you cups of tea. Again, all for the Life HUD 2, and they work as a drink. Excuse me, just like the Monster and the sodas do. Eventually, I will try to get this onigiri scripted. Actually, attempting to create even a single container of onigiri has been troublesome. And I've attempted to reach out to the creator of these, and they either don't respond NSL anymore, or don't respond to English anymore because they're Japanese, or they just don't want to deal with me, which is fine. They don't have to. The same will be eventually with the sandwiches and maybe the salad. Maybe eventually the chips will probably have different textures. The same with all the frozen stuff in here, because they got spaghetti and meatballs, spaghetti and sauce, pizza, ice cream. But yeah, I'm actually very happy with how this one has been set up. How I've finally have this one set up. Matter of fact, the sim owner was over here looking at the place, and while she didn't comment or anything, I think she was just looking around, checking the place out. Which is fine, because it's here for the Japanese community, even though I'm not Japanese. I do have a subscribe-o-matic set up, which people have been interacting with, which has been nice. I also have an ad board here set up, or an ad board of sorts. When you click on it, it gives you a note card. It's currently set up for my construction business. Aki-Hane, or Aki-Hane, or Han. Excuse my pronunciations, but this is a non-profit organization that exists within Japan for welfare. It's basically the welfare system that Japan has. It's not government ran or controlled or regulated. It's actually funded 100% by donations, which is something I know that if we had in America, we would abuse the crap out of, because that's just the way Americans are. If you don't believe me, and you need to take a trip to Sioux City, Iowa. Anyways, And I also have a thing in here for the Life 2 HUD. I took one of their product images and converted all to Japanese. So when you, like I said, when you click on the image, they'll give you a note card, which is also in both Japanese. Okay, it's just in Japanese, which is fine. Obviously the gachapon shop, and then my construction business. A few things that I did retain from the conveni building that I tore apart were the recycle bins, which I haven't figured out what I'm going to do with yet, and the payphone, which again I haven't figured out what I'm going to do with yet. I think I'm going to actually make the payphone into a redelivery terminal. Because there are a couple things I think I have. Yeah, right here. I made these. They're very simple. I just threw them together. They're one land impact, and what these are is, again, it's for the Life 2 HUD, and what these will do. This one's strawberries, and this one's tomatoes. And what you do is they're ingredients, and you take them and you use a ingredient list, and you mix it all together to make stuff. So the strawberries, you make like strawberry lemonade. Obviously tomatoes, you can make ketchup. And then this morning, my lovely wife was on gacha shopping, because that's something that she has found that brings her joy in SL, with all the drama that ensues in many places. And she came across this. Yes, this is a cat nomming on a piece of steak. Now, this is 2 land impact, and is 100% mesh. And this is something that's been catching on a lot when it comes to animating gacha items, because if you can tell, and all it is making multiple parts of mesh, so that, and setting it so that and to animate it, all you're doing is basically turning textures on and off. But it's done in a way where it's seamless, where it looks like it's moving. So like here, it's like this here in the tail. It's like this here in the head, moving up and down, like it's eating, and the mouth opening and closing, and the paw, the most forward to paw at the food. I mean, that's really fun stuff. Yeah, see the animation script in there. I have still been unable to get a hold of any of these magazines in quality enough to be able to bring them into SL, which has been unfortunate. I've only been able to come across the covers, and I already have covers set for February, which we'll update later. But yeah, this would have been another item been set for the Life 2 HUD, where you purchase a magazine, and as you're reading it, it gives you entertainment value. But so moving on to my gachapon shop, which is right next door. Now, I've had to reset this a couple times, so there's only one vote in there now. I had this vote box has peaked at 5, which is nice. Something that I have noticed, and it was something that should have clicked before but didn't, and that is that Japan doesn't do tipping, really. And a matter of fact, one of the YouTubers I watch, his channel is called Abroad in Japan. He's the guy's British, and he came up with a video of the 10 things that you do and don't do in Japan, and apparently one of them is you just don't tip, and if you try, it creates a very awkward situation. And carrying on with that, I've actually looked around this entire mall, and there are no tip jars anywhere. Which then, like I said, it should have clicked. So I went and removed the donation jar, or the tip jar that was in here, along with the info box that was here, and basically left it as welcome to Second Life Gashapon, and there's a Facebook site, and then just click here to vote. Short, simple, right to the point. The machines themselves actually haven't really changed much. I really, I would like to be able to bring other machines in here for folks, and be, obviously Japanese orientated. I did start with this one here. This is a Kitsune gacha. Excuse me, and yeah, and again, my core belief, when it comes to Gashapon machines, I don't believe in a rare item. So, and according to this gacha at this creator's shop, these two were rares, and of course I removed the rare. And I forgot to remove them from these two images, but that's okay. This one here, this one's created by a company called Soy. I know it looks like a J, but it's actually an S. And every single item in this machine because this was a complete set. I bought this as a complete set. Every single item that's on here is in here, including the rare building. And again, those are the machines I've seen littered everywhere on Japanese Sims. When you click them, the light turns on, turns off, but don't actually dispense anything from it, which is fine. And then this one also. This one I don't think actually had a rare. Oh, yep, right there. 1 to 2 land impact item decorations, no rares, which is what I like to see. And again, I bought this as a complete set, and so yeah. Like I said, I hope as I'm able to bring in more linden, that I can then convert the rest of these machines over. Probably leave that one to Japanese items. I might leave this one here because that has my miniatures in it, which I may get back into doing. But yeah, so on to the main point, which was to go visit. And I didn't even know that this existed inside of SL. And I've been in SL since SL came out of beta way back then, just not on this name. And one of their members was over here talking with the shop owner next door, which is how I found out about it. and unless you're a foreign fur who lives in Japan, or an actual Japanese fur that lives in Japan, you cannot actually join their group. Which, it may seem off-putting, but that rule is in place for a reason, and should not be challenged. I very much highly respect that rule. So we will go. I believe it's this one. Yep, it's called Inari. Anybody on Sim? There's a couple people on Sim. It's made up of 2 Sims. One's called Inari, one's called Ookami. And when I first teleported into here, I had landed actually right here, because the teleport point actually would have put me over there in the lake. But as you can tell, whoops, only Japanese furry can participate in Furry Japan. However, you can participate in the subgroup of Furry Japan. If you demand group participation, please click it. I know they say demand, but it's if you choose. There's a little bit of a translation gap, but it's okay, because for the most part, I can understand translated Japanese. Especially this one down here. Because of frequent attacks, weapons are prohibited on the ground level, meaning on the surface. So then we'll come over here. The sim does not distribute an interpreter device, and I'm still actually on the hunt for a working device. I was given a couple things. I actually haven't had the chance to test them yet. But on sim, these are more for the residents and visitors. No adult, mature, meaning no adult stuff, no bits, no nakedness, no none of that. Please do not throw away your prims. Meaning, if for some reason something happens to your prims, actually had this happen yesterday while I was working on a door, and the door actually shot out of the doorway, and I couldn't find it until yesterday. But that's basically the same thing. Meaning, if you raise your prims out in public spaces, clean them up. You must not attack a person without the agreement, which they've already prohibited weapons on the surface anyway. But it means don't attack people, don't grief people, unless you ask and they agree to it, because that's just wrong and cruel. Barrier prohibited. A push happens indiscriminately. There are devices. The M dash does not actually include one, or if it does, I don't know where it is because I keep changing their button images. But there is a security device called a push barrier that if someone attempts to run into you, then they get pushed away, which I know of lots of SL residents who have used and abused this, because all they have to do is put this device on, run through a sandbox, and oh hey, there goes all your prims. That's why Fur Nation doesn't exist anymore. But anyways. Okay. If you like this land, vote. I already voted. I don't know if it'll let me vote again. Okay. Voting, I guess, is for a 24-hour basis, which is fine. The map of the sim. Teleport to various parts. This is different parts of the sim. This one as well. Warning: there are there are fierce animals, meaning for furs in general, because to the Japanese, the furry fandom is actually it's a 180 degree thing than what Americans perceive to the furry fandom to be. To the Japanese, it's more spiritual. It's more like how the fandom used to be when they first started out. And then before long, and To the Ranting Griffin actually covered this in one of his videos. I forget, one of his recent videos, was that it was getting to the point where, and this was more of a U.S. thing, because the fandom as the world and media knows it is mainly here in the U.S. Yes, there are. The second largest is in Australia, and then and so on and so forth. But he explains that it was getting to the point where there were people that wanted to get in on what we were doing, and we would and this was more of an Anthrocon thing. So To the Ranting Griffin explained it from his points of view, and that it was getting to the point where people would come to the convention and say, "Well, I want in on that." Okay. Are you a fur? No. Well, we can't let you in then. Attempting to, establish, some ground rules. And they're like, but they're just like me. I'm just like them. I don't wear a suit, but I'm just like them. You can't keep me out. And then, which is how most conventions came to be known. Anthrocon especially became known as allowing furs, Nikos, Scalies, My Little Pony fan people, and which is it's unfortunate, because you feel bad, that they were not able to find acceptance within their own fandom, but at the exact same time you'd wish that they would comply to your fandom, which is why the Japanese furry fandom has ground rules in place, and they are very they stick to the rules, with the exception of the rule of either foreign furs that live in Japan or Japanese furs only within their group here. Anyone can come and visit here, which is nice. But there are 6 rules that they ask all furs to follow. Excuse me. And they're actually laid out on a sign over here. Now, I've only explored the sim just a little bit, so I really don't know the ins and outs of it. Excuse me. And they've been kind enough to put them on a board here. Now these are the six things that govern the Second Life version, the virtual version of the furry fandom in Japan, and it's worked, and it works. So they keep going at it. So the first one is intolerance. You cannot be intolerant of others. You can't be intolerant of other furs with the way they act, non-furs, non-Japanese. So, if you are found to be intolerant, then you're promptly booted from the group, which might sound a little harsh, but there's a saying that goes, without rules, freedom is chaos. Simply put, rules are in place for a reason. People don't like them until they don't have them, and then they realize, oh, yeah, there's a reason why that's in place. It takes some longer than others to realize this. Rule number 2: no harassment. Plain and simple. Makes sense, right? Be surprised how many people try to skirt around this. Number 3: no assault, which goes along with the signboard at the teleport point. Number 4: disclosure means don't go streaking through the sim in only your fur or in bare skin with your bits out, because that's just, which goes to number 5, indecency. Number 6: disturbing the peace. Don't do it. If you're found disturbing others, you'll be booted from the group and or sim, which is actually why I try to get over here either late at night or early in the morning to videotape all this, so I don't have to deal with too many people. I mean, anyways, this one here, I think this is public. This is Caddos Den. I think anyone can visit. It's a reminiscent of the small village, which is nice. And they have laid out over here what the Japanese words are and what the English words are, which leads me to believe that this is a teaching environment. So this is a garden. It's a Japanese garden. I've had a couple of these over the years. This is a furniture shop. See if they got a crane game in here. Lucky chair winners. Step inside. Very respectful. Close the door. Let's see if they got a look. It's an SL glitch. SL's glitching horribly. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, here they're giving away a dice cube if you have the letter Z. Okay then. They got some other stuff here. They got a bench here. They got some chairs like the ones that are out here. They got a bar stool. Got some signs. Okay, so this is outside. Ooh. Oh, you lucky person. Caddo which is the owner of this, obviously that's why it's called Caddos Den, uses the mesh generator, probably the best tool in all of SL for making mesh. See, he's working on a shelf. So we got a post stand back here. Another meditation there. Okay then. So yeah. Nice little setup there. Let's see what's in. This is a residence. I'm going to be a little upset. Nope, just a building. Okay. I think this is just a building as well. So yeah. Yeah, it's actually a nice little setup. I didn't actually come up here last night because I wasn't sure what's considered public and what's considered private, and I really don't want to step on anyone's toes. Let's see. Over here is a club / hangout. See, they got a crane game over there. Got a computer, looks like. And what makes this even nicer is that the owner of both of these sims is a fox. So the sim has foxes on it. Rescuing ghosts. What is that? Sound sequencer. Okay. But this is a little hangout spot. This roller coaster. Please touch me. We got a soda machine, a couple soda machines. A thing there. So yeah, it's actually got a nice little setup. Actually, when I came by here last night, there was one fur that was just kind of standing outside. Outside. He a nice little house here, middle of the woods. Be respectful. Won't go in it. Same over here. Looks like a little village. Looks like one built a log cabin. Whoops. That's not what I was trying to do. Now, as I had I've reiterated, if you're a foreign fur who's currently living in Japan, you can come into this group. So when Sage and I finally you can come and interact with this group. So when Sage and I finally do make it over to Japan, we'll be able to get in and interact here, which will be nice. If you follow this will take you back across the bridge to the welcome area. Teleport and link teleport booth here, so you can go to the different areas as well. I got a couple of shops here. I walked over here. Random interrupts. That's the name of this shop. I did grab this this electronic display device. I have not messed with it yet. It is free. So I've noticed a lot of Japanese stuff is free. Got a mesh keyboard. Some other things here. Got a cat avatar, pirate Puss in Boots, obviously. That's a private residence. I'll stay away from that. Alright, we're now in the Ookami sim. There's obviously nobody on sim. I believe it's either early morning or late evening over in Japan. I really do need to get a HUD clock or something. Okay, it is currently 1:25 a.m. So yeah. So we got some stuff here. You got a dating machine for 30 linden. Wood wall for 5. Some other stuff here. this building here is actually what this one looks like in real life, and I believe it's considered a mansion. Oh, nope. That's a shrine, but it doesn't have a whatchamacallit over it, unless that's probably it. Tories are the secret gates. Obviously, we got more housing here. Furry Japan items. Okay, so this is a public building. Now, a friend of mine named Mobius actually has one of these. Teleporting system. Shop, entrance, battle area, workshop, space station. Oh, cool. Oh my. Old Furry logo, Furry Japan logo. Furry Japan, I like that. Free Black Cat, Anthro, free Furry avatar. You can play with shooting hearts. They got a free house, a helicopter, Prim torture freebies, all sculpted prims. Photography, pose HUD. Some other stuff. Probably looks like another avatar. Yep, Raptor avatar. Another avatar, looks of it. It's a cheetah avatar. Free cloth. It's a free kitsune tail with up to 6 tails visible. Wow. Seen that in forever. Black wolf. Who makes that? Oh, he does. Sim owner does. Tiny dailies. Cowardly goat. Phoenix. Wooden dance floor. Cafe house. And obviously, the sim owner is as obsessed with foxes as I am. So we have a mini Anubis. Another Anubis avatar there. They got a bicycle. That's a mask. Paper cup. I remember doing that as a kid. Take a paper cup, draw on it, just stick it on the front of your face. Those were the days. Tiny feather. Tashimono sensor. This can look for lost objects in your sim. Step on a head. HUD. Mod. Okay. Okay. What this does is this allows a person to sit on top of your head. Necrojirashi. They got a pet house. Fake snapshot. You perform the pose of the snapshot. Let's surprise a friend. Find lag. This discovers a moving script. Okay. Lag checker of sim. Active checker. Sayugi. The Japanese English language change is possible. It's a Japanese tile game, if I'm not mistaken. Fisk attacked. Got a skateboard. Shiki blusher for the KZK Tiger, which was never. Well, I never used to have the Tiger, but I did have a KZK Fox, and I've gotten rid of it because the owner's a complete ass. A Volfer, a Gurgur Volfer. Some other stuff over here. I mean, that's that's cool stuff. So I think this is someone's house. Wait for this caution sign here to load. Close. Sorry, we missed you. Oh, this is a it's a hangout center. Or looks like a library, actually. All different people that have come and hung out here. The kitchen back here. Bathroom. Bathroom with a tub. Got a door out back. I mean, this is nice stuff. The server rack in there. The post stand, got a Alright, so this looks like Curla's Home Cafe. Okay, so this is probably a public space. Probably. If not, I most definitely will vacate. So I don't want to do anything that will get me removed. All different Pokemons. Yeah, this is that's a house. Yep. Go ahead and walk on back. I mean, this is cool. You know, and this community has been here, from what I understand, since 2007, which, again, something I wish I had known existed before. Oh, hey, a bus. I had one of those in OpenSim once. So am I led to believe that this is a bus depot? Couple houses here. Yeah, this looks like to be some kind of depot, because they've got taxi stuff here, hangout spots and whatnot. Sim rules. This is definitely stuff what I've already gone over. No adult mature, meaning, you know what that means. It's forbidden to be naked except for some animal avatars. Prohibition of sexual harassment means no sexual harassment. Now you have to erase it once you place a prim or box, which means if you put boxes down, please pick them back up again. Do not attack without consent. Also, when you are on the ground, do not attack or hold weapons, which is why weapons are prohibited on the ground level. Do not equip equipment that pushes out others. When not observing the rules, sim access may be restricted. We got another cafe up here. Again with the foxes. Different locations on both sims. I have nothing to say to that. Big body, small head. Oh hey, they got some of the convenience stuff in here, like that and this. Who made the counter? Not him. Okay, we got pudding. We have yogurt. Okay, well, got a couple games sitting over here. It's a crane game of sorts. Some speakers, got some other stuff. So yeah, this is most definitely another little hangout spot. Teleporter over there. Let's see, what does that say? I can't read what that says. Another building. Looks like a full tatami mat. Oh, longhouse, like the one. Kamenka. I think that's an inn. I'm not 100% sure. I could be mistaken. I admit my understanding of Japanese characters is actually quite poor. Because I have a mental condition that I forget stuff. They actually do have a name for it. Now I just can't remember what it is. And it's basically where I don't 100% retain everything, which is why if we did something yesterday and you asked me about it today, 9 out of 10 times I would not have been able to remember it. Which is why I would have to consistently study the translation between the Japanese characters, words, and English. Just because. Oh, cool. Just because I just don't have the mental retention ability. Oh, look at that. welcome to Lafayette Hexacola Kimono Shop Main Shop. Warning, there is a trap of the prevention of illegal dig in this pyramid. If you do shopping, the trap does not work. However, a trap may operate. If I do, then you are careless. What? Oh man. Alright, so they've made some different buildings. I admit I have myself. Oh, okay. It's just a Japanese longhouse. Some other Japanese stuff here. I actually have seen that shed for sale for free. I know the Sims got different tempting to pull a solid snake there. Let's see what they were doing there. Metal Gear Solid will always be big in Japan. Again, a layout of the map of the sim, rules. Beware fish. Someone's private house. Humanity is outdated. Newt brand. Looks like it's a shop. Say 7 Seas fishing area, which is nice. Well, no more Monday. Yeah, well, to me, every day feels like a Monday, and even then, I don't mind Mondays much anymore. Marcus, munitions. Don't die. I need your service. Oh, those are so cool. Borderlands vending machine. Done by Victoria Loveless. Let's see. Do you have a marketplace store? No, you don't. To get. Ah, it's a Chinese tile game. Okay. Some other stuff over there. Alright, well, I think that's going to do it for this episode. I appreciate everyone who follows me on on my adventures inside of Second Life to find safe places for the Japanese to come and visit. Even though these sims are set up specifically for the furry fandom in Japan, all visitors are welcome as long as you abide by the rules. So, until next time. I'll see everyone later.